Now, joining me now on the phone is John Matthews, a security expert who has a lot of knowledge on school security. John, I know that you said to me a few minutes ago that you are talking to a lot of people who are wanting your expertise in this, and there are so many emotions right now. And this kind of resounding question as we investigate a motive, but how does this keep happening? We've had so many instances of these just over the past couple of weeks, and you were talking about the different factors that have really gotten us to this time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, one shooting seems to lead to others. There are a lot of folks out there that are on the edge, and if they're prone to doing something and taking action, like committing a mass shooting, when they see a shooting in Buffalo, when they see a shooting on the subway, they think, hey, you know what, I can get away with it, or I can get famous or infamous. And so we do know that these shootings come in groups and in patterns, and unfortunately, this is the latest. I think one of the things that's most disconcerting about this, just like Sandy Hook and Parkland, this is a school, and not only a school, this is an elementary school where little children were killed, and that is just the most egregious situation you could think of.
And Mr. Matthews, there's all this question of, we just heard one of the analysts on ABC News say, if guns are not going to be the answer, obviously that's a debate and people have their opinions in that space. What everyone can agree on is that this is unacceptable. How do our schools, how do our public transportation sites, what is going to have to happen to fight things like this, to keep us from having to continuously mourn these kinds of losses?
Yeah, in law enforcement, we call it target hardening, and we've got to continue to do that. We can't let our guard down. And quite frankly, in schools, we were on a good path. We were really doing a lot in school safety and crisis response and lockdown planning, preparation, and then COVID hit. And COVID certainly threw a curveball to the schools. We had distance learning, then we came back partial, then we came back fully. And in schools, quite frankly, some of them haven't kept up on their drills, their practices, their crisis plans, and we need to get back to that. We need to get back to making sure that we keep our campuses safe and secure, that we keep SROs or officers on the campuses, that we're doing our crisis response planning and preparation, that we're doing our threat assessment, and if we know there's a threat against the school, that we're taking proactive action. So unfortunately, this is something that has school shootings really manifested themselves in the late 80s and 90s and haven't gone away. There was a brief break during COVID, but unfortunately, I think you've seen more shootings occur more frequently because we have victim pools that are now out there again and people that are easily accessible to these shooters. So from a school standpoint, we've got to keep our guard up. We've got to continue planning, practicing, and we've got to be able to secure our schools to make sure something like this never happens again.
Mr. Matthews, thank you for your time on this another devastating situation. We will bring you updates throughout the evening on air and on WFAA.com and our app. Make sure you are signed up for news alerts. We'll be right back.